Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. As you can tell by the title down below, in this video we are going to be making pepperoni pizza. I'm not going to talk much, I'm just going to get straight into it. I'm going to try and make this a quick, easy, simple, straight to the point kind of video rather than my usual chatty kind of video. So let's just start making the dough. So the ingredients for the dough, we want 3/4 of a cup of warm water, 2 cups of all-purpose or plain flour, a teaspoon of active dry yeast, 2 tablespoons of sugar, we'll use a tablespoon of olive oil and a teaspoon of salt. So first things first, in this bowl we are going to dump in our water and our sugar. I'm just going to give this a quick mix to try and dissolve some of the sugar, but it won't dissolve completely. So that's fine, and we're going to sprinkle on the yeast on top, and then we're just going to let it sit for about 10 minutes. And we're not going to mix it in, we'll just leave it how it is. Alright, so it's been 10 minutes now. I'm going to add a tablespoon of oil. And roughly a teaspoon of salt. I'm using the pink Himalayan salt because that's what I have. I use this for anything. It shouldn't really matter. Alright, give this a mix. If you have a mixer as well, definitely use that. I don't, I'm just going to be mixing it by hand and dumping in 2 cups of the flour. I'm just going to dump this out now. And I'm just going to knead it for maybe 10 minutes. Probably won't take that long, just until it all comes nice and together and it's nice and smooth. It's quite sticky to start off with though, but it will come together. Alright, so I'm just going to roll it around on itself to try and collect it all from the bench. It is a very sticky dough, but you can just, I don't know if it's showing on camera, but it's nice and more smoother now. It has really good elasticity, I can't say that word, which is good. Very, very sticky. So there's no need to flour your surface. I'll get it all off. You can if you want, obviously, and flour your hands, but then that will make the dough a little bit more dry. But the thing I love doing about hand though is just so you can feel the difference from when you first started to how it is now. And a little bit of mess just makes it fun. I think that's as good as I'm going to get it from my hands. So same bowl, I'm just going to chuck in some oil, get this ball of dough. So on the counter it does come off pretty easy. It's just the hands is the tricky part. So with this oil, I'm going to move it around and up the edges. Try to dump it in as one bowl. I'm going to put cling wrap over this and set it aside in front of a nice sunny window for 1 hour. Alright, time for the marinara sauce. So tin of tomato, diced, whole, crushed, whatever way, because we're going to crush it down smaller regardless. Dried oregano, dried basil, onion powder if you have onion powder. I don't have onion powder, I got onion flakes, so that's what I'm going to be using. Salt, pepper, and some garlic, which is still in the fridge. I forgot to get it out, but I'll get that out and I'll be adding some garlic as well. Tomatoes in, onion flakes or powder, tablespoon. Basil leaf, half teaspoon. Oregano leaves, half teaspoon. Salt and pepper, just a little bit of each to your own taste liking. I personally would add a lot more pepper, but I'm cooking this for other people that don't like peppery foods, so I'm just going to do a little bit of pepper. And garlic, oh, I can't get it open. Tablespoon. Right, straight onto the stove and let it simmer around for quite a while. I'll let you know how long exactly. So I'm just going to start it off to a medium-high heat to try and get this up and bubbling quite a bit. And then we're just going to keep mixing it. I might just quickly mix it to combine it now. Alright, so yeah, we'll just wait until it starts simmering and then we'll just keep mixing it, and when it gets nice and softened after, I don't know, I'm assuming about 15-20 minutes, but I'll just see how it goes. I'll let you know if it's any different, but we're going to mush it down to try to get these, my can was diced tomato, try to get these tomato pieces a little bit smaller. Alright, she's starting to bubble up. And turn the heat down to a low medium and then just let it cook through for another 10 minutes or so. Alright, so it's been another 10 minutes. I can feel it's nice and soft, so we're just going to give it a mash with my mashed potato masher. Alright, that is looking good. So off the heat, and I'm just going to let it in the pot until it cools down. You can see the splatter. Yeah, leave it to cool down and then we'll put it on the pizza when it's time. Alright, got the oven preheating currently now for 250 degrees Celsius. We want some oil on our tray, just the olive oil. Brush it out, up the edges, a whole lot. Obviously, I'm using a rectangle tray because I don't have a round pizza tray. This will work perfectly fine. Flour, and you just want to shake it and coat the pan. And this is just to make sure that the pizza will not stick when it's cooking. Right. Pizza dough has risen a little bit, not much to be honest. Alright, scooping out the bread with the plastic paddle. Definitely going to flour my hands this time, and I'm not really squeezing out the dough. I just want to work it around and try and keep it. I thought this tray would have been a good size, but obviously it's a bit too big. But yeah, you kind of want to keep it a formal rectangle shape. Alright, I feel like that is as good as I'm going to get it. Taking our homemade marinara sauce. And I'm just going to not do it right to the edge because we want that crust. With the cheese, you can obviously use just mozzarella cheese. I'm going to use this perfect pizza blend cheese. So this is mozzarella, cheddar and parmesan. You just want to sprinkle that over where you got the sauce. And now time for pepperoni. You can obviously definitely use this pizza based recipe in the marinara sauce for any toppings. Just I'm going to be doing pepperoni today. Actually perfect amount. So this is going, my oven's preheated. This is going to go into the oven at 250 degrees Celsius for about 7 to 8 minutes. Alright, so it's just came out the oven as you can see, but where obviously the pizza wasn't, the tray has burnt with the oil, and the tray also bends in the oven, so that's why it's kind of slid down a bit, so that's a little annoying, but...
Just push it back up while it's still melted.
Oh, it's hot. Yeah, I don't know, I'll play around with it, but for now I'm going to transfer this onto a wire rack, cut it, and it'll be done and delicious. I'm so excited to try this. It's just getting the really bad lighting now, so sorry about that, but I decided I want to taste test. Plus I have sliced it, you can kind of see it there. I just sliced it on the cooling rack just because I am running late as usual now, but preferably I'd want it to cool there, and then I would have moved it to a board and then sliced it, but we're going to give it a go. So we're going to taste the middle piece and the cheese pool as well when I was slicing into this bad boy. So the middle piece, the bottom is very nicely done. It smells amazing. I've made homemade pizzas before, but they were like, eh. So this is my first time doing this dough recipe, and my first time ever making marinara sauce. So it's still hot, but Wow. I can't believe I made this. This is incredible. I'm so glad I decided to come back and do a taste test on camera. The sauce, the pastry, the pizza dough. So it's nice and airy. It's not greasy. A little greasy on top because of the pepperoni. That's just a given. Plus I like a little greasy pizza anyhow. I just want to taste testing that now because now I want more. Wow. I'm so going to be doing pizza nights at home now. And make like a variety of flavours. Definitely doing this again. And also when I film as well, I film so many videos and I just delete the footage because once I do try, if it's like then I don't upload it. So you're seeing this, I obviously like it. I just tasted it, I definitely like it. I'm shocked that I made that though, that tastes so good. Anyway, I am running late, although I'm still have to wait for that to cool. But I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.